Well, look everyone, I've got the sun. So, without further ado, let's review it. Now, I must say there is a bit of something which I don't get, because it seems like the Sun likes to use the word snowflake a lot. Sometimes right, sometimes rightly, sometimes like this one where it's, well, yeah, like, to deter snowflake recruits. It shows cops breaking doors and chasing potentially armed suspects. He then leaps from window and lands with a sickening thud. Durham Chief Constable Mike Barton is dismayed by rookies quitting when they find the job is harder than expected. I wouldn't call them snowflakes, though. They're just people who just go, okay, I'm going to be a police officer, I can do this, and then realise it's a lot harder than they think it is, and, you know, they might have some issues with, you know, they might have issues coping with, like, looking at dead bodies or stuff like that. I wouldn't call that snowflakes. Now, moving on. This is a good article, I'd say. Although I will say it does kind of like put Gen Z or millennials. This is what I don't get. Like, now, okay, right. There's one bit. There is one bit. Yeah. Here we go. The Millennials host chat show. Right. BBC Three series Moment of Truth gets 18 to 34-year-olds. Instantly red flag. Millennials aren't 18 years old anymore. They were 18 years old many years ago. It's now Gen Z. Okay, can we get that out of the way? You know, it's my generation now. They're 18. So yeah. So I don't understand this weird obsession with millennials with newspapers. Like, hello, there is another generation after millennials. Not every youngster that comes out these days is now a millennial. The millennials were from 1980 to 1995. All right. Then there was Gen Z. Now it's Generation Alpha. Yeah, but I can understand this article. This was made by a veteran's nephew. Basically, there was a paid attack on a Bomber Command memorial in London, which is disgusting. It does go down the, oh, I'm going to put all of, like, the generation, all the younger generation in one pot, and say that they're all idiots, kind of, but not exactly. I don't know. Like, it sounds like it, but it's probably just me projecting it. I don't know. But here we go. Many of today's younger generation have benefited from higher education. That they can be so absurd and narrow-minded is bewildering. I think I've come to the conclusion that he's just mentioning the Vandals. Like, how on earth can, you know, the younger generation who have had, you know, this great education system, you know, be like this? You know, it's bewildering. So, yeah. Their view on history, though, today's prism of shame for any disturbing research by the Campaign for Real Education shows that this rewriting of history is commonplace in our schools, with pupils encouraged to explore themes where people have been mistreated by certain events in Britain's history. I agree and disagree. I disagree because, I mean, come on, we're gonna have an unbiased opinion, okay? We're gonna have, yeah, you can. I mean, I agree with him, like, how it seems like now we're just constantly like, oh, Britain did this, I'm disgusted to be British, and, you know, no. Every country's done bad, okay, you know. And, but again, I do believe that we should keep a neutral, yeah, no bias or anything, no, patriotism or anything. we should tell both sides of the story. I can understand where he's coming from though, because that it is kind of left-wing bias. Personally, I don't think I was at high school, really. I don't think there was any rewriting of history. I think my high school was pretty conservative, really. It was liberal, but not overly liberal. They were accepting of different beliefs. All right, so yeah. Also, there's the sergeant here. Why shouldn't Dresden be bombed? They bombed our cities. I think I perfectly agree with this veteran. Dresden, we bombed it a lot, and we apologise, but again, it's war. All fair in love and war. All fair in war, alright? There are no rules in war, okay? It's horrible. We get it. You see these Nazi sympathisers going, oh, well, you Jewish slaves are you've been brainwashed. Dresden, they bombed Dresden more than they did Coventry. Sorry, it was revenge, okay? What do you think we were gonna do? Throw them some flowers or something? Oh dear, it's ridiculous. But yeah, lower pressures at high altitude. So much for the snowflakes of today. Why do you have to mention snowflakes again? It's you should be concentrating on the vandals here, not the bigger picture. It's the vandals here, all right? Okay, this. All right, let's tone it way down. I can understand why he mentioned it though. Yeah. Yeah, because snowflakes don't know how hard it was. Oh, they did all this horrible stuff. How dare they bomb another foreign country? We did such horrible things in history. Yes, the Ottoman Empire was also terrible. Germany did terrible things. Things that were horrible, which we did horrible things in response to. It's war. But honestly, it's just ridiculous. Why would you paint over a bomber memorial? That is just ridiculous. Andrew Roberts is a historian and author of Churchill Walking with Destiny. That's nice. That's lovely. I don't know, I might have a look at that. But yeah. Attacking MPs for policies is one thing. Vandalising their statues is a witless, futile form of protest. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll definitely agree with that. You can attack people for their views and policies. You can dislike someone for you can dislike Cecil Rhodes, which he mentioned, for being colonialist, because it's killing off the native people. Killing off native people is horrible. And overpopulating it and replacing them, it's horrible. But again, it's part of our history. We've all done horrible things, but just painting on a statue is just one of the worst, most just one of the most horrible things you could possibly do, because that statue is someone's legacy, and you're just spitting in the face of it. I don't care how much you disagree with that guy. You can't spit in someone's statue. Yeah. So, yeah. Although I will say, it does seem like him throwing all the generation in one pot and saying, oh, this generation will never be fit to win a war. I'm sorry, no. Whenever there is a war, people will fight. You know, people will fight. The generation will fight. It's just, in a time of peace, we don't need to fight, and so we avoid war as much as possible. Unfortunately, hippies start to come in, and yeah. But overall, like, yeah, the sun, I can understand why people don't like it. There's some things which I agree with, but like some of the time they're just really inconsistent. Like for that police article, like that, like they're just really inconsistent. Like, oh no, like here it says up to 6,500 men suffer serious disorders from combat stress. Often when men shared their anxiety, they were branded LMFs. Then when police officers today are being, are saying, I can't deal with this anymore, I'm not up to this, and accept it and move on, fair enough. Like, but they tried, and, it's not up for them. They tried, but eventually it was like, okay, this is not for me, moved on. Fair enough. You gotta make career changes if you don't like what you're doing. And yet they're branding snowflakes for this, the pilots are branded heroes there, but for, police officers today, they're branded snowflakes for basically doing the exact same thing. Like, expressing their anxiety and stuff, whilst here they're praised, and it's kind of confusing. But yeah, I can understand why some people don't like The Sun reading this, but I don't know. I'm down the middle, really. Like, it's I see a lot of like people hating on The Sun, and I can see why. Would I really read it? No, because I don't read newspapers. That just bias would go, bias, and regurgitate. Sorry for my pronunciation there. But I can understand people as, So do I recommend The Sun? Not exactly. It's kind of biased, and it's kind of over sensationalist, and it kind of like, they kind of don't understand the what a snowflake is. Okay, they do, but they kind of don't. They kind of just instantly go, oh, that's a snowflake, for anyone, just thinking, well, this is not, I can't deal with this. No, there's a difference. That if we put that into perspective, what if we have some guy who's, doing a job, doing the toilets, and he wants to get out? Oh, no, you're instantly, you're a snowflake, you can't deal with it. Deal with it. No, they just want a career change. They don't want to scrub toilets all of their life. They don't, they can't, they don't want to do it. It's gross. And, some people, like myself, just can't bear seeing dead bodies. You might think, you can't really blame someone for wanting to go in the police, wanting to help the community, and then when they see a dead body, the reality sets in. It's like soldiers going to war. They're like, yeah, we're going to do it. And then when they come home, they got PTSD. With that logic, it's kind of like, well, technically soldiers are snowflakes then. But The Sun, I don't know. I recommend it, but really only for the sport bit. That's the unbiased bit, so as we know, bias in newspapers is, well, no wonder why people are moving to YouTube for their news. And guys, that is it. That's my review of The Sun, one of the newspapers for The Sun. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.